To our dear Rotarians who are congregating in the reception area, please join us. We're going to get started. Welcome to the 5,419th meeting of our beautiful Rotary Club. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend, Easter or Passover, and enjoyed your family. It's good to be with all of you today. A very special thank you to past President Karen Sinanu-Towery for being the chair of the Summaries Committee. They were in the greeting line today. And if you don't read those summaries, you really should. They're absolutely fantastic. And my dad reads them every week. So thank you for your hard work. Writing does not come easily to me, so I applaud all of your efforts. And of course, we had several sign-up tables in the lobby today. We have the Fish Committee, which is chaired by Todd Trickell. We will have Fish Day on April 20th, so please be sure to sign up. And then we also had the new Excite Committee. Excite. You'll be hearing about that later, but that's chaired by Carl Solis and Jeff Hare, and they'll be talking to you about fireworks, because the Excite Committee has transitioned from fireworks to Excite. Come on up. We're going to have a new song right now.
Thank you, Madam President. Good afternoon, everyone. Would you please all stand and join in a song that I don't know I've ever done this particular song at Rotary before, but you all know the words, and you can tell there's a special theme that's being wrapped around today's Rotary Club meeting. So I'm going to start the song, and please all join me. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
So good. I loved that. Okay, while we don't have any birthdays today, we do have birthdays celebrated between the 1st and the 7th. So like always, please take a moment to wish your fellow Rotarians a very special and magical day. By the way, you might notice that it looks a little different up here. Unfortunately, since last week, there was a break-in and someone stole our confidence monitor and one of our cameras. I know, isn't that just terrible? So Leslie is investigating, and in the meantime, if there's a little bit of delay with the slides, I apologize in advance. We have our traveling mics today, and they are going to be with Chelsea Souza and Terry Tran. Now, you all might remember Chelsea's self-introduction. She's not afraid of spiders. She likes to public speak, and she likes fundraising, which is the worst part of my job, so I applaud you. Chelsea, please do a brief introduction.
Hi, I'll tell you I'm Chelsea, but I'm not. I'm Steve Preminger.
Oh, okay.
Chelsea is out fundraising and couldn't make it, and I'm sponsored by Rod Diridon.
The Rod Squad. Nice to have you, Steve. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Terry.
Hi, my name is Terry. I'm a Red Badger. I'm a doctor of chiropractic, and my sponsor is Karen Fox.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for joining us. If you are a visiting Rotarian or have a guest, please stand and do a brief self-introduction. We'll start with Adolfo over here in the front. Terry or Steve?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My guest today is, what is your name? She forced me to bring her here. Carolina Dera, she's the Director of Sales for Divine Hospitality Group. They have about 10 restaurants in the whole portfolio. They have 4 in San Jose, and the new addition is Rolatis. So she's the church person in charge, and I'm so happy that She doesn't need an introduction. Thank you.
Fantastic. And for those of you who might not be aware, we have a Rotary happy hour at Rolati once a month. This was put together by President-elect Heather Lerner as well as Emily Rubalcaba. I tried, Emily. I'm not sure if I got that just right. Jeff Hare has been wonderful in promoting this, and it's a great, just casual time to get to know your fellow Rotarians. And fun fact, they've got the best happy hour in town. $8 wine, $8 appetizers. You won't want to miss it. Join us April 17th from 4 to 6 p.m. Okay. Next.
President Karen, Bill Barron, Real Estate Investments Development. My pleasure to introduce a longtime friend, business associate, and managing partner of SDS Next Gen Partners, and candidate for District 6, San Jose City Council, Michael Mulcahy.
Wonderful.
Madam President, good afternoon. Nicholas Adams, Classification, Public Relations, and Advertising. Some of you may know my guest as an attorney. Some may know him as a current San Jose Planning Commissioner, but I know him best as a candidate for San Jose City Council, District 10, my friend, Mr. George Casey.
Good afternoon, President Karen. Steve Ellenberg, Law Practice Litigation. I try and bring only lawyers into the club, but I'm failing on that. I do like George, so welcome, like the lawyers. My guest is a software engineer at LinkedIn, and God knows we need software engineers in this club. Will Nevis, here for his second meeting.
Wonderful. That means you're eligible to submit your application for membership, and we'll look forward to reviewing that, I hope. Carl.
Oh,
Oh.
no, oh, it's you?
Yeah.
Me?
Sorry.
Okay. Hey, I'm really excited. I have two guests today. Chris Shea is the new Senior VP of Government Outreach for the Sharks. And I've
Oh,
known him for a
right.
couple of years. He's a great guy, and he's really leaning into the downtown. It's wonderful.
Perfect.
And some of you know I'm trying to revive the Guadalupe River. I was kayaking last Sunday, and I was coming back, and I went down Post Street, and I met the guy who owns the new restaurant, the Club at Post. His name is George Gonzalez.
Oh.
And I was all dirty and covered with dirt and water and stuff, and he fed me, and I had an espresso martini, and I rode my bike out of there. Wow. Kind of.
Well, I'm going to have to stop by for that espresso martini. You had me at martini. Ron Gonzalez.
Good afternoon, President Karen. Ron Gonzalez Foundation, and I'm pleased to introduce my guest, Ray Edwards, the owner and founder of Edwards Consulting.
Nice to have you, Ray.
President Karen, Jeff Hare, Real Estate Mediation. I have two guests today. One is Ben Taylor, General Manager of the San Jose Giants, and Gigante.
All right.
Thank you.
Jaime, you just dropped your phone. Anybody? All right.
Hi, President Karen, Lisa Millette from Team City Lights. I brought 5 guests today to support Nanci Klein.
Woohoo!
I have Kim Schofield here, Manager of Individual Giving at City Lights. I have Wendy Nichols for her second meeting. Institutional managers for City Lights, our Board Vice Chair, Clint Moore, our General Manager, Ann Yonan, who's probably been about 50 times, so we should get on that, and my dear friend and stakeholder in City Lights, Jim Lewis.
Wonderful. It's nice to welcome you all. Yes.
President Karen, Jordan Nunes. I'm a lawyer for a health technology company and member of the Military Cares Committee, and today I brought my father, Paul Nunes.
All right. Okay, I think that concludes all of our introductions today. Guess what? It's the first Wednesday of the month, so we have Ring the Bell. Who wants to talk about something exciting or one of their challenges? I'm okay, Matt Robin. Uh-oh.
Hi, everyone. Matt Robin, blue badge, I guess now. I am run a rescue ranch, which is what I'm excited to share. We had a wonderful piece done on KPIX, Channel 5 CBS News recently, which has been wonderful for us. We've gotten a lot of kind of response from it. So excited to share. We had a fun news piece on the news, and I would like to ring the bell one time for that. So,
Congratulations. Is Jason Stein here? I'm waiting for you to pop up. All right, you got some good news. Yes.
Yeah, my daughter Rebecca had a child. My first time as a grandfather last night.
Yay!
So ring the bell for Graham.
I love it. Very good. I can't believe that's all. Carl.
Well, I hate not to ring the bell if nobody else is ringing it. Let's see, I'll do it a couple of times. One, hey, I'm going to the eclipse next week. That's the good news. The bad news is it's supposed to be cloudy in Dallas, so we'll see what happens. But I went last time in 2017, and Marianne drugged me up there, and I was sitting there up until 5 minutes before going, we went all the way for this? What are we doing? And then the totality happens, and really, have you guys seen it? It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. So I'll ring a bell for that, and then I'll ring a bell for that espresso martini I had.
All right.
Madam President, I'd like to ring the bell once. I don't know, Michelle Loxon, are you here? Michelle? I don't see Michelle today. Okay, I'm going to do it for her then. I'm really excited that one of our clients, Boys and Girls Clubs of Silicon Valley, with a very storied history celebrating its 80th anniversary in San Jose this year, is moving its headquarters from Milpitas to downtown San Jose.
Woohoo!
And they will occupy around 6,000 square feet above Rookies on San Fernando Street. So if you see Michelle Loxon, our fellow Rotarian, soon, welcome her to her new office in her new home in downtown.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Bonnie.
President Karen, I'm going to ring the bell one time, and it's only going to stretch my budget, because this week, the gift that I ordered for my husband 5 years ago finally arrived. And he's tooling around in his Cybertruck.
Oh my gosh. That's exciting. Very good. Adolfo.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about what happened with NVIDIA for our city, our downtown, our restaurants. I have Rolatis here, I have the club there. And I just want to give a shout out for you guys, if you guys not being in the storage district, that's right in the center of, by the Signia Hotel and all that. We have a lot of new places open up, and I think you guys should visit, not just Rolatis and the club, and they're here today. But we have Urban Path, we have Alter Ego, we have Elixir open up. So we have maybe about 10 different businesses around, and I will urge you to go and see how the whole landscape of that area is changing. You know, I'm extremely happy where I am now. I was scared after the pandemic, but right now I feel very good about everything what's coming all together in that area.
Wonderful. And just one moment, I monitor the chat on Zoom, and we've got somebody who wants to ring the bell right now. And this is for the founder of Hospice of the Valley, Jenny, who nominated Nanci Klein for the Cron Remarkable Woman Program in the Bay Area. Unfortunately, Jenny passed away suddenly on March 28th. So this is one ring for Jenny Majid in honor of her memory. Thank you, Nancy.
Good
Tim.
afternoon, President Karen. I want to ring the bell for Hotworks. The owner, David Heindel, has been downtown for 5 years, and it was very challenging. And Mayor Matt Mahan had a ribbon cutting ceremony to honor that 5 years. So this is for David Heindel and Hotworks. Thank you.
Karen.
Hi, President Karen. I'm going to ring the bell once for one of the best committees in the club, the Meeting Summaries Committee.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's a labor of love, that one. Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen Fox. I'd like to ring the bell once for Brenda Sweeney. Congratulations on getting the District Rotarian of the Year Award. Well done.
And to that end, don't forget that Brenda, wave your hand, Brenda, Our Lady in Purple, is being honored with the Sid Mitchell Rotarian of the Year Award at our district conference. This is predicated on her building bridges between the district and our club, being the treasurer for the district conference, and being a co-chair of the Ambassadors Committee. Apparently, she has very much helped our Assistant General Governor and our governor. So thank you for all you do, Brenda. We're very excited. I will be there to celebrate her. Just one last plug. You still have a discount through April 7th if you'd like to join. You can get a pass for only $50. While it doesn't include food, it opens you to the Hall of Friendship, all 12 breakout groups, and to the festivities. So please join Brenda and help us celebrate her. And of course, we have 63 clubs in our district, so this is a very significant achievement. Congratulations, Brenda.
Yes, I'd like to ring the bell once for our dear Marie.
Oh, how wonderful. Okay, any other bell ringing? All right, well, that was 11. That's good because we just had it 2 weeks ago. So hold those stories for the first Wednesday of May, and we'll look forward to hearing what you've got. Jeff Hare, come on up and tell us about your new and exciting committee. Get it? Exciting?
Thanks, President Karen. Come on up. Well, after that magical rendition of Take Me Out to the Ballpark, and so thank you very much. And yes, the Cracker Jacks, help yourself. It's something that's really exciting to do. As we're facing the challenges that we've had for the last 10 years of putting on the fireworks program in the Meadow, we've been looking at ways to do this and continue in a sustainable manner. And we were kind of concerned here that Heather's first magical act of her new year would be to make fireworks disappear. Instead, however, she pulled it out of the hat, and she managed to make it not one, but 2 nights of fireworks, added a concert, and a VIP party. On top of that, there will be the parade. So July 3rd, baseball game, the Stockton Ports, and at home, with the fireworks show to follow. The next day is a country music concert, followed by fireworks. And in the middle, we have the Rose, White, and Blue Parade, the largest parade in San Jose. So Rotary is going to have a great chance to show their place, be there, have fun, and we need some help with that. So please sign up to be on the Excite Ballpark Committee, the Excitement Committee as we're going to call it. I'd like to introduce Ben Taylor, General Manager of the San Jose Giants, to talk about opening day.
Thanks, Jeff. First of all, really appreciate the partnership and the conversations that led to this day. Months and months of conversations with Jeff and Heather get us here. And July 3rd and 4th are going to be spectacular. I'm sure many of you have enjoyed fireworks shows at Excite Ballpark. The show on July 3rd is going to be 8 times larger than our normal Friday night fireworks show. And our July 4th show will be 12 times larger than our normal Friday night fireworks show. So make sure you make it out to at least one of them, if not both. They are going to be 2 distinct shows, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. A baseball game on the 3rd, concert on the 4th. Opening night for the San Jose Giants is just 2 days away on Friday with a Friday night fireworks show. So make sure you don't want to miss that. Mayor Matt Mahan will be throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. Very excited to have him and his family out to join us for that. And you can check out sjgiants.com. There are schedules, all kinds of good stuff on the table back there if you want more information about what we have going on at the ballpark all season. But Friday is opening night, July 3rd. Big fireworks show, July 4th, even larger fireworks show, all made possible as the hard work through Jeff and Heather and Rotary. So really excited to bring this back to the ballpark. I also want to emphasize that there is going to be a lot of effort behind letting folks watch the show who aren't inside the ballpark. So you don't have to have a ticket. People will be able to see the show from outside. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Do you wear like a size 22 shoe? I've never seen somebody taller. Look at that thing.
16.
Man, I could water ski on those things. Love it. Okay, Brenda Sweeney, we've celebrated you. Now let's hear the district update, please. There we go.
Thanks, Karen. So I won't talk about the district conference because we've been lots of reminders, but again, you can sign up through the end of the week for the March prices. So I look forward to seeing many of you there. Also, in the spirit of family, Hung Wei is donating a couple of items to help sponsor the conference, 2 family vacations, one of which is in Disney World. The dates are, you can get more information from her, but those are set dates. That's from June 29th to July 6th. It's a 9-bedroom, 6-bath home that basically sounds like a resort. It has like a swimming pool, a tennis course, I don't know. But you can get more information from her if you're interested. She's doing an auction or buy it now. The price is not up there. So the price is $35, that one is $3,500 if you want to bid, $5,000 is buy it now. And then the second thing is at Tahoe Everline Resort, which is 4 days and 3 nights. Again, more information from Hung Wei, but that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath suite, and starting bid is $2,000, and then a buy it now is $4,500. So again, that's part of the district conference, but she's going to try to auction those off, and it's to help sponsor the district conference. She's donating those herself. This weekend, the district training assembly is starting. Saturday is a hybrid session, but you can participate on Zoom for no price. The rest of the sessions are on Zoom only in the evening, no price. Some of the sessions will cover things like community service, 50 things you need to know about Rotary, which is great for Red Badgers or people new to the club, or maybe even some of us who have been around for a while, but there's 50 things, sound like a lot to me. And then also an introduction to the My Rotary website, which is the Rotary International website to help you with branding and just learning more about the resources available, training, that kind of stuff. So there's all those sessions. Take a look. You can pick the ones you want to go to, and there's a schedule there. So check the website. You'll get all the information you need. Finally, just save the date, the district roast and toast, similar to our debunking. You roast the exiting governor, you toast the incoming governor, and you pass the kahuna. There you go.
Very good. Thank you. And I have a slight correction. It was Gay Crawford who rang the bell for Jenny in honor of her memory. I inadvertently said Nanci Klein. Gay, I'm sorry, wherever you are in the virtual world, we got that straightened out. Okay, new member introduction. Heather Lerner, come tell us about Hal.
New member time! I am so proud to present Hal Hendrickson. We formed a wonderful friendship and bond when we were both working at the Scouts. He was the board volunteer that no one ever wanted to follow because he had legendary PowerPoints. Today he has no PowerPoints, but Hal, please introduce yourself to the 9th largest Rotary Club in the world.
Woo! Out of 46,000.
Well, thank you. Thank you. My challenge is I was told to be brief and compelling. So I don't know how I can do both, and I don't know how to do a presentation without PowerPoint, so I'm a little bit at a loss here. I will tell you a little bit about myself. My wife, Kathleen, and I have 7 children. We're a combined family. 6 of the 7 children all stayed in California, so we're lucky from that standpoint because we have grandchildren galore and lots of activities to go to. Of the 7 children, we are a Silicon Valley family. I have a daughter at Google, I have a son that just got laid off from Zoom, and I've got a son who serves on the MERGE team at San Jose Police Department. Now, for those of you not familiar with the police department, the MERGE is actually our SWAT team. So he has lots of stories that he can share, and he shares lots of them with me on a regular basis. From a professional standpoint, I was a salesman. And essentially what I sold was capital equipment. Am I done?
Yep.
I sold capital equipment to the manufacturing sector of the electronics industry, And essentially, my dream job was to travel the world. I have done presentations on equipment from the middle of the Amazon to Shanghai, China, to the Ukraine. I traveled the world. I did 2.5 million miles on United Airlines. Thank you.
And then we got to get a picture.
No, it's okay. I understand. There we go.
Thank you. Welcome to the club.
I forgot to say thank you for her sponsor.
Oh, yeah. And he says thank you to Heather for sponsoring him into the Rotary family. All right. Just a couple of quick announcements before we go into Nanci Klein, our Speaker of the Week. We've got an update, a request, an opportunity, and I'm excited to share with you. This is a reminder that our Military Care Committee has been incredibly active. They are going to have a mixer on Friday, April 12th at the Gordon House from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's in support of the San Jose State University Veterans Association. Our veterans are looking for mentorship, leadership, and other opportunities. It is totally free to attend, but Catherine absolutely needs a head count for the caterer. At this point, not a single one of you have signed up for this fun event. So I urge you to please consider signing up. There will be a lobby table, and you can reach out to Catherine at any time. On a related note, they are also doing the book drive in collaboration with the book committee. This is for the Defenders Lodge at the Veterans Hospital in Palo Alto. This is a request for used books. We're not asking you to buy anything new. Instead, just go through your shelves and get rid of things that maybe are taking up too much space. They'll accept all titles, but there is a preference for Westerns, mysteries, and crime, my favorite. By the way, if you guys like Jack Reacher and things like that, you must try the Orphan X series by Horowitz. It's a wonderful, wonderful read, and there are 7 books in that series. We also want to be sure to highlight the fact that the elevators are finally going to be serviced. How about that? I've even got a schedule here. Elevator 3 will start it's already being addressed at the end of March. It'll be done by Friday, June 28th, just in time for my presidential year to end. Elevator 2 will be done by October 3rd, 2024. Wow, they're ballsy to give exact dates. And Elevator 1 will be done by January 23rd of 2025. But the point is, we have movement, so we're looking forward to those elevators being up and running. A gentle reminder that I am going to be in Belize next week, and guess who I'm going with? Not my dad this time, but Anna Rudell and her family. I think you've heard me mention that Anna's son Alex is little Charlie's best friend. They're both only children, so we thought this was a great opportunity for the parents to get a little fun too, while the kids are doing their own thing. So we're excited about that. And then as I thought about, my family celebrates Easter, Evan's family celebrates Passover, but one thing my dad and mom have done every year of my life is an egg hunt. And my sister and I are very competitive. Now, there was even one year that I wore a ponytail, which I will never do, because she grabbed me by it so that I could not get ahead of her. But it reminded me of the power of family and how important it is to be kind, more important to be kind than it is to be right when it's on topics that are not of material substance. So why correct somebody if they're off by one day and it doesn't matter? It's just drawing attention to that person in an unnecessary fashion. So how am I looping this into the egg hunt? I wanted my sister to have a win. So when I realized I had more eggs, I dropped 3 out of my basket so she could win. And she was, don't tell her, and she can't see this video, but she was so excited. So be kind when you can. Come on up, Barbara.
Hi, I'm Barbara Marshman. And I think I've known Nanci Klein for maybe almost as long as she's been with the city. So this is a pleasure. Nanci came to work in San Jose first for the redevelopment agency rest its soul. In 1999, she moved over to economic development. Today, she is the director of the city's Office of Economic Development, responsible for increasing job growth and investment in San Jose, which in turn lead to revenue growth, which makes this a very important position and person by extension. She oversees a staff of 50 people whose responsibilities range from workforce development to cultural affairs, hence the cultural affairs delegation supporting her today. Before being director, she was an assistant director of the department, and she was lead negotiator on a couple of projects you might have heard of. She led the team on the Google Project Development Agreement, which took how many years, Nance? Just a year, great, okay. It seemed like it went on. The city's purchase of 900, the other deal was the city's purchase of 900 acres in Coyote Valley, partnering with the Open Space Authority and Peninsula Open Space Trust in what is easily the largest conservation effort ever in South Bay history. Nanci holds a Bachelor of Arts and Sciences from the University of Michigan, but she wised up and got her master's in public administration from San Jose State. Go Spartans, yes. They always do that, Nanci. She's a recognized community leader and an American Leadership Forum Senior Fellow. Known Nanci for a long time. She's a straight talker. I'm sure this will be an interesting speech, and let's have her come up here.
First of all, I kind of don't like standing behind things, but I just really wanted to thank you for allowing me to be here. In talking to Leslie, a special shout out and appreciation for Leslie. What I'm hoping we can do with your permission is on a periodic basis to bring either myself or, you won't want to talk to me all the time, but somebody else from the city, because you are ambassadors for San Jose. We may not always agree, but you're always looking to understand and do so much good in San Jose. And you are a partner in this facility, in the Rotary Play Garden, in so many things. So the goal is to be able to have a conversation. So I'm going to run through some slides, but I definitely, oh, that's great. Much appreciated. Thank you, Heather. To be able to put some things out there. It says it's, yeah, there we go. Thank you. So looking forward to hearing thoughts and being able to have a conversation. Certainly many things the city is facing right now are not that simple, or good, but there's a lot that's good going on, and you need to know that so that hopefully you can carry that message too, because there is a lot excellent that's going on right now. So what I want to do is just start out. There we go. This is San Jose by the numbers, and I'm just going to touch on a few slides or a few points out of this. First of all, a huge shout out to Chris Shea, who came from venerable San Jose State Spartans and then went to the Sharks. He's a great partner, and we're doing a ton together. Sharks are an amazing anchor in downtown, as a really big anchor, and there'll be a bunch more going on in the weeks and months to come. So just to mention especially about the Sharks. And then and Chris worked on this before he left San Jose State. San Jose State is leasing and will buy the Signia South Tower. So that will be filled with 600 to 800, right, Chris? students who will enliven the downtown, and we have more plans for things going on the Paseo. Okay. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. So, and I can come back over here. It's okay. So the point of this slide is to mention and get to... Close enough. Yeah, I'll put it back. So it's not. There's 36,000 San Jose students, San Jose State students that we're very much looking for to have activated more and more and more in the downtown. And there are really positive things that are going on or about to happen. J. Paul's 200 Park is going to have a really great restaurant. We're not supposed to name the name yet, but that's going to be coming soon, so it'll be directly across from the CPA, so it'll be a wonderful place. If you haven't, who's gone to Urban Putt? If you haven't gone to Urban Putt, it's a wonderful place to go. Then you could go before or after to Adolfo's for dinner or lunch, depending. The Fay in Sofa is rising out of the ground and will soon get finished so that there can be lots of people living there. Catalyzing other projects going forward are Urban Community and a couple of others that Gary is working on, Gary Dilbau, Jeff Arriaga, with Bank of Italy, where if you can't necessarily see it, but there's a lot of work going on inside the building for renovations, also working on elevators. There seems to be a theme. And knowing that already, it seems, you might not notice, but in the last, since 2020, there have been 2,000 new apartments built in downtown. So that's 3,000 or 4,000 more people that are walking around downtown. That's not near enough. We can spend very much, and if you want to talk about housing, happy to talk about housing. We need a lot more, but the opportunity we want housing, and as soon as the interest rates, and I'm sure Larry Stone can talk about this or has to you a lot, we're trying to do all we can to get out of the way. So as soon as the market gets a little bit better, people can move forward. Part of the opportunity that we have is enhancing the public realm. People ask all of the time, what can the city do to bring tenants? And mostly it is working on how to give people confidence that they're going to be safe and that it's enjoyable in the downtown. Gone are the days from redevelopment agency that we could spend $1 million on bringing, or more, on bringing a tenant down. But we have been very, very pointed and concerted about cleaning up downtown. There's the Purple Team that is part of Downtown Association that when you see them, please say hi. They are out 7 days a week, and they are trained in behavioral health, and they work with people who need resources, and they are equipped and connected to find people resources. Exploring incentives, we're looking, another effort that we have in focusing on downtown is thinking through ways to have AI be very present in AI development. Very much aware of the challenges with AI, but looking forward to making sure that AI has a deep landing place in Silicon Valley as being the next wave. And we hold more patents for AI in San Jose, Silicon Valley than anywhere else in the world by at least double. Next in patents is New York City. Then you'll see that ground floor activation. I was so excited to hear people introducing welcome to San Jose. That's fantastic. Many, many good wishes to you, and we'll all come eat there. Maybe have a martini or two. But we're also working on other technology changes, because one of the things that we know people have a hard time is knowing what's happening when. It seems like we could handle that issue, and so we're working on that. Storefronts grants, we've put out in the last couple of years, storefronts grants for about 33,000 square feet for small business owners so that they can enliven their activation on the lower floors or street front in San Jose. We're working in conjunction with Gary Filsetti, where we're leasing for a very low price space that he has on the Paseo. And so there will be 6 or 7 small businesses in 3 storefronts there coming very soon. The mayor and council have again supported us, or it's scheduled to support us with more storefronts grants for next year. When money is challenged, it's still a very big priority for the city. Okay. And then we started in our office a case management office right by St. James Park on 2nd Street. And the feat there is to put the housing department and the county and PATH, who's our provider for social services, mental health services, in one spot together. I know that might not sound important, but to be able to work together and think through what needs to happen just hasn't happened to date. So we call this space the Collab, and staff is moving into the space pretty much as we speak. We look for an opportunity to identify, say, the top 20 people who need the most services in the downtown and to find solutions. So this is not the first of its kind. San Diego has had a similar program, but it's the first time it will be done here. And San Diego, for example, was very successful. So that is an opportunity to give people less concern, help people first of all, and less concern about their safety on the street. Then there are some really good things that you all know about, or if you haven't, please go check them out. The San Pedro Pedestrian Mall finally closed, and we will be working on a way to make that look a lot better and enhance the experience for pedestrians, and supporting the growth and prominence of SJSU along the Paseo on the projects that you had heard us speak about. Pellier Park, if you haven't gone to Pellier Park now, it is the gateway that it should have always been to San Jose, and working with the Swenson organization. And there will be, if you don't know already, another set of urban vibrancy block parties that'll be coming your way soon. So it's a great way to experience so many good things happening. And then expanding the pilot program. This past year, we put together a really successful pilot where it's no-cost permits if you're doing something that doesn't close a street. It's been very successful. No cost and about 10 days to get the permit. So we are trying real hard, we will expand that, so that right now the area that people can have will accommodate 500 people. Now we look to be able to accommodate thousands, and we also look to accommodate private sites, which has been painful, just being honest, in the past. Why is this important? Because if we want to facilitate activation, we need to get out of the way. So these are demonstrable efforts to make that work. And we're going to be talking to you because we definitely need your partnership. We're working our way to some incredibly exciting events for 2026. But even before that, this summer, in June, July, there will be Copa. Who are soccer fans? Love baseball, but who are soccer fans? So Copa will be playing 2 major games at Levi's. We believe they'll be sold out, and an opportunity for San Jose to be the place where people come to play, because they don't play soccer, but they come to play to have fun. One of those games will be Colombia and Brazil, and we expect a lot of visitors So that'll be fantastic. In 2026, there will be a number of fantastic things going on at SAP, in addition to FIFA and the Super Bowl. So we'll have all of that in 1 year, plus some other things like March Madness, which we hope will get locked in shortly for SAP. And there will be, hopefully, the women's volleyball championships. So in 2026, the full of the year, there will be so many activities and so many things for us to take advantage of together. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the downtown art sector. Charlie McCullum is here. Charlie, can you raise your hand? There he is. A man who you know is very engaged in the arts. So one of the things that we've been doing lately is, it's been kind of hard, this thing we're trying to do, but it shouldn't be, and we're asking for your help. We need to think differently about the arts. Right now, we know from staff point of view and all of you in the arts community that it's arts, entertainment, and sports that are driving San Jose. It has been for a long time. The trifecta of arts, sports, and cultural events is our growth industry. And that's what brings people here more than office travel, business travel right now. That's recovering, but it's lagging. And so what we're trying to think through, even in this very tough time of budget deficits, that's the word I was looking for, that we're investing in the arts because we know that when you invest, this truly is R&D in San Jose, just like any other growth industry. And these are strategic investments, not in this instance spread across a lot of different activities, but targeted to those things that we know will bring people, fill hotel rooms, and be an opportunity to make the city money. I know that doesn't always come to one's mind when you're talking about arts and culture, but arts and culture is our growth industry, and you get so many great things as a result. And having support from the people in this room so that we know that it is really important that the city be, San Jose be the downtown for all of Silicon Valley. We are, and we need to do more of it. So the arts are incredibly important, and I had referenced when I was talking at the Business Journal about MACLA, and this is just a great example of what MACLA does. MACLA puts on their annual auction. It's coming up, by the way, in May, and everything they buy, every resource is within the community. Angie, who's the CEO, works with Adolfo for the food. The music, everything else. Am I talking too long? Oh, shoot. Okay.
Q&A unless you want to decrease the amount for Q&A.
No, I don't want to decrease the amount for Q&A. I'm so very sorry. But thank you, Karen. Sorry about that. My clock says differently. But let me do stand from not behind here and be able to say, please go ahead and ask a question. You don't have to throw softballs at me. I don't represent the city fully, meaning that I am not the expert on every topic, but if I don't know an answer, I can certainly get it for you and report back to Karen.
Perfect, thank you. Tim.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. My name is Tim Gill. I've worked downtown since 1997 and owned a building at 46 West Santa Clara since 1999. So I've seen a lot, everything downtown. And I think obviously number one is have more people downtown, but also is having employees working downtown, because it has been kind of a ghost town downtown. And I don't know if the city of San Jose has a requirement for employees to actually work in the office. Because I just saw something, there's 35,000 state employees in Sacramento, and they only have to go in twice a week. So I think the city can really lead by requiring their employees to come into the office. I don't know if you have any requirement such as that.
Excellent topic. Let me say, we have a requirement for 3 moving to 4 days a week. And just the challenge we have has been on filling vacancies, and we're now doing a lot better in filling the vacancies. But having that flexibility for a day off, or a day, not off, but working from home. That would be bad. That would be bad. And you know you work from home too.
A Freudian slip.
Freudian indeed. So we get your point. And as an employer of approximately 7,000, we want everybody in downtown. We want everybody going to lunch, hanging out. So we agree with you. And just being real and talking to the HR director, not ready to have no flexibility.
Norm.
Nancy, thanks for being here. We know that San Jose and the entire state needs more housing, but the public, I don't think, realizes that housing is a money loser, and San Jose is subsidizing the cities further to the north. Traditionally, going back at least to Mayor Reed or before, you've been very protective of our employment lands. The state has kind of taken that away these days, and you can build houses wherever in the heck you want. What concerns do you have about the loss of employment lands?
Thank you so much for that question. He didn't know, but that's like so important to Office of Economic Development. It is really true. There are 2 reasons mainly, and Councilmember Cohen is here. There are lots of reasons, I'm sure, but 2 of my favorite of why the city gets into deficits. One is pension costs, and that pension cost is going to be relieved in 12 years, 15 years, because everybody on Tier 1 will have retired, and Tier 2 is a lot less pension obligation. So that's one big category, and things will get better. On Tier 2, on the second issue, the problem is most cities, when we went on the trip with the chamber last year to Phoenix, they proudly declared that they have 35% of their land base for jobs. Because councils have converted industrial land to housing, City of San Jose now has less than 13% of all land for all jobs. So we are, from my opinion, and I'll be somewhat bodacious, we're kind of cutting our nose to spite our face here. We need to have the land for jobs. So it is very much a concern, and we work definitely within the state law. The state law, we think, should have had a couple of exemptions for communities that are doing more than their fair share, and to which it is damaging to the overall tax situation that we have. So happy to talk more about that whenever you'd like.
A question from online. I'm going to read it verbatim here. In regards to tourism and cultural development, what do you think about the efforts of community leaders and donors trying to transform Plaza de Cesar Chavez and honoring Chavez by improving the park by building the Breeze of Innovation project with private money?
It's always great to have private investment. We have seen other cities around us get a lot more, and it's time for us to do so. So over time, we just want to include as much private investment as possible, and in a way that really honors the park in particular. But J. Paul, if you weren't aware, J. Paul just put a couple $100,000 into Cesar Chavez Park, improving it, and that is in partnership with the city, and as they continue to evolve the new businesses that they will be attracting to Parkview.
Thank you. Mike.
Hey, thanks for being here. Willow Glen resident, really an extension of downtown San Jose. I'm going to put you on the spot, sorry.
Please do.
Hey, this is great space. We could have weddings here, we could have events here, we could have people come into the city, stay at the hotels, but we can't get our kitchen approved. I'm only asking if you could be our advocate with the city and help us get that done. and maybe come back when it's done and say, we did it.
I don't think your kitchen is not approved. Kevin and I are working very closely with your fearless leader, Leslie. And we share a commitment to, in the near future, bringing in an operator that will make you proud and that will be able to run this like a center where Rotary will certainly want to be. You can have your gala here in your own home. And that others will want to join. It's from a real estate perspective. Kevin and I work very much. Kevin Ice is here with me from real estate. He runs real estate on a day-to-day basis. It's really important that every asset the city has, because we don't have a lot, to be frank, that we do double, triple good with it. So every time we look to utilize an asset, we have to think about how many ways can we get it to do something good? And that's what we're thinking about with this facility.
And question and answer. So Johnny, or Barbara, we'll start with you, then Johnny, and then Adolfo. Quick questions, quick responses, please.
Google, what if it doesn't happen? What if they start selling off land? We have a plan down there that would be best developed with a large controller of the land. Does the city have any protection from what happens with that land if it starts getting sold off to various people who might want to build inappropriate things that nevertheless fit the zoning?
Excellent question. And let me just say, there have been many conversations, there's ongoing conversations with Google. There's no shying away from the property. And to be honest, that development agreement, in case you're bored and want to go to sleep, and you read that development agreement, all kinds of protections, but also all kinds of value. For example, the way that was designed and approved by council is up to this point, Google hasn't showed us one building. What was approved was a kit of parts. And when they come in with the next set of, when they're going to start either housing or an office building, they will need one community meeting, and then it goes to director's hearing. That is worth gold. But we very much control, based on those kit of parts, what's there. So yes, really good for Google, but a lot of control built in on the city side.
Johnny.
Nanci, hi, how you doing? Great to see you again.
Hello, Mr.
I'm glad I heard you say that you're trying to get out of the way of these arts and other festivals that liven up the community. When I was a council member, the Almaden Women's Association had to stop their art and wine festival, their annual art and wine festival, because the bureaucracy and the fees got too heavy. Is that kind of attention being spread all over the city or just downtown?
Oh, no. This is the type of permits we're talking about. You could use now anywhere in the city, and that's the point. Yes, we love downtown, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We love downtown. But we have a whole big city.
And I know we have a future council member here for District 10. Maybe he should think about that issue, George.
Very good. Adolfo, I'm so sorry. We are absolutely out of time, but could you ask your question at the conclusion of today's meeting, please?
Basically, that came from Carolina, my partner here. With NVIDIA, we know that everybody was getting hotels in Santa Clara and Milpitas because we were not self-efficient with rooms for this big conference. Is the city working in a plan to allow hotel groups to start building more, either to the north side or to the south side?
It's not the city who's not allowing. There are 3 hotels right now that are entitled that not being built. It's the market, it's the interest rates, and it's the costs. But the city is looking at how to project the Blue Tent site to be an expansion for convention center and a headquarter hotel. That will require subsidy. There is no way to build a headquarter hotel without subsidy. So that's just something that we need to think about as a community.
Thank you so much. Please join me in a round of applause. We've made a donation in your honor to Loaves and Fishes. Thank you for joining us today. Couple of quick things. I have a correction. The elevators are not being fixed, they're being replaced. So even better news. All right. Also want to remind you to bus your tables, and next week is the second meeting of the month, and it's Get to Know Your Fellow Rotarians, which Pat Riley is leading. Please show up at 11:45. You'll be talking about an aha moment from early in your professional career that's impacted your work since then. It will be a really good time. And then finally, my final thoughts, and I love this one. Good manners can open doors that the best education cannot. So all things being equal, make sure your manners and your kindness are top-notch. And then one last update, look at this great picture. The International Committee had their Peruvian dinner at Inca's restaurant, and it was held in anticipation of the wheelchair trip to Peru. So they had a great time. I'm so pleased many of you could join. All right, next week's speaker is Susan Ellenberg, our Rotarian and President of the Board of Supervisors. So you won't want to miss that. Thanks, everyone.